Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? Texas Redleg here. Just wanted to discuss the topic of winter blankets and camping, bugging out, vehicle type blankets for getting stuck on the road, or just a good all around blanket for keeping warm in the winter time. Things that I do, things that I've found that work well, and things that are fairly inexpensive. I'm a very frugal person when it comes to buying preps and things like that, so I try to make sure I spend my money wisely and kind of get the most bang for the buck, so to speak. One thing I've noticed, I don't know how many of you have Harbor Freight in your town or close to where you are, but they have these little moving blankets, these little cheap, just moving blankets, and man, they are heavy and they are warm. So something like this is cool to keep in the car, or under the bed for an extra quilt or whatever the case may be, or just throw it out on the ground. And it's real durable. I'm sure it's made in China, but I've had really good luck with them, and they're cheap. They're like $5 or $6, and they got king size. They got all different colors. They got black, navy blue, camouflage. They have a lot of different a couple different sizes, typically a king size down to a twin size, but they're just moving blankets. But you can use them for whatever, and they're pretty strong, and they're not very expensive if you get it messed up or whatever. So moving style blanket from Harbor Freight. And something a lot of military people will remember, especially Army guys, is the old poncho liner. These poncho liners, I'm telling you what, it's just a little poly-filled liner for an actual poncho. It's actually supposed to go inside of a poncho around you, sort of to wrap you like a burrito and keep you warm and keep you underneath your poncho, which is supposed to keep you dry. But, we always use them for just an extra blanket to have around. They're really small. I mean, you can just stuff them up into nothing. Just stuff them in a stuffed sack or a backpack or whatever. I mean, they just go into nothing but a little ball here. And they're real handy. And you can get these online or at Military Surplus, or at least you used to. You can find them there. I don't know about anymore. But I've looked recently, I'd say the last couple months, and they were still there. So, military poncho liner. Another version of the poncho liner is one that I found recently. So it's the same concept. It's a poncho liner, just like the one I showed you. This one happens to be digital camo. It actually has a zipper. So it's more like a sleeping bag liner. And it's really warm. You just get one of these and like a wool army blanket, or just some type of like a moving blanket like I just showed you. You're not going to need much more than that to stay warm. These things work really, really well. And if I remember right, I think this was probably about $25 or $30 online. I think it's made by Rothco, ROTHCO. Maybe made in China, I'm not sure. But anyway, those are three blankets that I use regularly. When I go out hunting, or again just to keep in the vehicle or to keep where I'm going. I buy those moving blankets. I buy a lot of them every year, probably 3 or 4 a year, and I just kind of either give them to people or store them or whatever. But they're just handy to have around. They don't take up much room, and like I said, they're cheap and they're durable. So with winter coming up, I thought I might pass those along to you. For to get them now before they start getting thin on stock at the online there. I believe you can find the poncho liners online on Amazon, or maybe just do a search for Army poncho liner. And then the moving blankets, like I said, I got from the Harbor Freight storefront there here pretty close to where I live. So anyway, I just wanted to throw those items out to you. Hopefully you can find some good use for them, or maybe you already have something like that. So good for you. So